Hello, ghouls and ghosties, and welcome to Haunt Hunt number 6. This is the 6th Halloween decor hunting video of this season for this channel. This is going to be a really good one. So in the beginning here, there's going to be some footage that was kind of left over before this past week. So it's some footage from like a week and a half ago of some stops that I did up in my area. But as I promised, in this video, I'm going on my vacation that is 3 hours away from my home. And on the way there, I stopped at literally every single HomeGoods that there was, plus some Marshalls, plus some TJ. So there are tons of new locations in this video and tons of really good finds in this video. Once again, thank you for waiting 2 extra days to see this video. Because you waited 2 extra days, there's actually some bonus footage at the end where on my way back from vacation, I stopped at the HomeGoods closest to the Halloween capital of the world, which is Anoka, Minnesota. If you did not know, we drove through on the way back and I stopped at the closest HomeGoods and it did not disappoint. It was the most packed full HomeGoods I have seen yet. So that's at the end. Anyways, get excited for that. And I want to ask you one thing before we get into it. So next week is not going to be a haunt hunt. It's actually going to be Halloween 2, my second haul of what I've been picking up of the season. I did another one like 2-3 weeks ago, I believe, but this will be my second one covering the end of July and August. But 2 weeks from now, I could either do another haunt hunt if you guys are interested, or I'm actually going to start decorating early this year. Usually I wait till September 1st, but since I'm in my own house and I have a lot of rooms to decorate, I'm going to start early, and I'm going to start with a few of my smaller rooms, like my guest bedroom and one of my bathrooms and maybe another room. And I already have all of my room themes picked out. I just finalize that in my head today, but I'm gonna start decorating some of them and I'm gonna record it, of course. So let me know if in 2 weeks you want to see another haunt hunt, or do you want to see me start to decorate. There will be more haunt hunts, but I would just like to know what you guys want to see. Anyways, let's jump in to the haunt hunt. Good morning, ghouls and ghosties. So it is the 9th today, and I just got done at the gym. Oh my lord, I am so tired today. I don't know why, but I'm just like totally energyless. So if I seem a little lackluster compared to usual, that's why. But today, for haunt hunting, I was really hoping to hit up a couple new places. Those being, well, okay. Not this first one. So first we're gonna go to At Home, because it's been a long time since we went to At Home. I'm actually there right now. I feel like they probably have most of their stuff out at this point, so I really want to see everything. And then I'm also going to go to Kirklands because it's right across the street. I kind of feel like this is about the time last year that I found out that we have a Kirklands in my area. I don't know, it was either September or August. I'm honestly not sure, but we do have a Kirklands, and I've heard they have some of their Halloween stuff out, though I usually don't like anything they have, and it's also super expensive, but I will still definitely go look. And then actually I want to investigate in our Dead Mall where the Spirit Halloween is going. I saw online that we are getting one in there, but it's not going to be the same place as last year. I think we're only going to have 3 or 4 in my area. Yeah, I want to go see where it's going just so I can know, and so I can spooky stock it and wait till it opens. I'm sure it won't open until after my vacation, but still, I just want to know where it is. So that's our plan for the day. I hope you guys are excited. I am, even though I'm not showing it with my energy level. I'm very excited. So let's go in. There was definitely a much larger selection of inflatables out at Home. They even had a jack-o'-lantern stack that was 20 freaking feet. Look at that display size compared to the person. The Ty Pennington section had a new spooky accent rug. They had a lot of the inflatables up. They also had a sign that showed all of the different items they had available, though most of these were not up in my store. They have many 12-footers this year, like a 12-foot Grim Reaper, a 12-foot Scientist, 12-foot Witch, and a 12-foot Ice Reaper of some kind. The section in at home that I noticed the most new pieces in was their kind of witchy section. They had a pillow with some dancing witches on it. They had some witch blankets. They had some witch signage. I don't think I had seen this beaded skull pillow before, or the eyeball pillow. They had added quite a few pillows, honestly. Some from last year and some were new. A lot of them are pretty childish, so if you had a kid, I think At Home has a pretty good selection of more kid-friendly pieces. Their witch section was very purple. Clearly the theme was purple and metallic and sparkly. They had a bunch of melamine outdoor servingware. Some of it was kind of that kid-y style, and then some of it was more classic, like the candy corn. This beaded pillow was also really cool with the big eye on it. Over in the more barnyard hoedown section, they actually had a few pieces that I didn't hate, which really surprised me. I really like this little spirit guy made of cheesecloth. He gave me more of a like haunted Thanksgiving kind of vibe. This little pumpkin with the moon eyes was also kind of cute too. They had quite a few entry mats. In the Erie Estate section, they had added a lot of stoneware and ceramic stuff. Some serving trays, some chip dip bowls. I think my favorite piece was this candy bowl. I really like the graphics on the side. They also had added this very fancy skeleton. I kind of like this hoedown piece because y'all know me, I love skeletons with personality, and they were giving. They also had some of the gingerbread looking pieces, so if you bought some of the pastel gingerbread houses from HomeGoods, these would go perfect with them. And doesn't this seem familiar? Well, we have a runner-up for the weirdest Halloween decor piece for the year. This spider skull is definitely an interesting one. This was from the Halloween hoedown section as well. I love the spooky cacti. They are so cute. Then we moved on to Kirklands. Kirklands did have all their stuff out, and I actually do think they had a bigger selection than they did last year. Also, everything actually was 25% off, though, in my opinion, Kirklands is just so expensive, and it's not, like, that impressive. There are definitely pieces here and there that are cute. Some have direct knockoffs at HomeGoods. It's just not worth the money. This sign, though, I love. Welcome Ghosts and Ghouls gives me very Ghouls and Ghosties vibes. These melamine plates were cute, but again, a little pricey. The pea skeleton seems very out of my style. The cat sign was kind of cute, but again, a little basic. They had dancing skeletons on pillows. They had these kind of cool crows. They had this skull and skeleton. The skull was very lightweight, even though it looked like stone. This mall dies more and more each year. Talk about a haunted house. This is like a haunted mall. Oh my gosh, did the rag stock even close? Has a rag stock ever closed in the history of the earth? I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe nobody works here. I'm confused. This place is so weird. Why is there a Christmas tree? This is so sad. Like I said last year, this used to be my like childhood mall. So, and it was like popping. It was full blown like busy when I used to come. And now it's just sad. Apparently the address is 2040 for the one that's gonna be Spirit, so I'm just going by address. I'm assuming they have nothing set up yet. Oh my gosh, I wish it was gonna be Hollister as Spirit. That would be kind of cool, but this is 2043. That would be a fun setup. That'd be cool. With the like dark lighting in there, that would actually be really cool. Like, look at that. That looks like a vampire's house. Oh my gosh, Spirit. Pop on that one. What's this? This was Route 21. 2041. Oh my gosh, it must be the next one. It must be this. 2040. Wow. Okay, it's huge. They have not even kind of started. There's not even a sign. Okay, well, this is going to be Spirit Halloween in a couple weeks. Hopefully by the time I get back. I'm glad it's gonna be a big one. And it's actually right by an entrance, so that's nice. Wait a second. Oh, for a second I thought this black and white stripe thing was like a skeleton's ribcage, but it's a Foot Locker bag. Oops. Okay, I am heading out. Why, howdy there, ghouls and ghosties. So today is August. I always say it, and I'm never like prepared. It's early August, and the date's on the bottom. Usually in past years, I never even used to say the date every single time, but for some reason this year I've been doing it. But anyways, it's early August. We are actually going to go to the Grand Central Station HomeGoods just because I'm in the area doing some work. So I thought I would stop by. This is the one that the witch mug drama happened at. So fingers crossed that somebody returned their witch mugs. I still have not found one yet. I have found a couple other pieces from that collection, as you guys know, but I have not found the freaking mugs. We're going there. This is actually the HomeGoods that I feel like seems like it's already starting to condense. So I've kind of been avoiding this HomeGoods because if they really start to condense, I'm gonna get really sad. But I'm gonna go just because I'm around here. I didn't want to tell you guys because I didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings or make anyone cry or make anyone feel bad. But when I was at Marshall's the last time we went, my local Marshall's, they had Christmas ornaments. Like Christmas ornaments. And I don't bash Christmas. I don't bash Christmas stuff being out because I know that I would love to see Halloween like 4 or 5 months ahead of time, but there was Christmas ornaments that were red and gold at Marshall's the last time I went, and that scares me. And that only scares me because you know when Christmas comes, Halloween leaves, and that is not something I want to think about, but whatever. So this is my only stop that I'm doing today. Actually, I might go to Michael's, which Michael's won't have anything new, so I probably won't show you guys Michael's. I might just go to Michael's myself, but I'm only going to HomeGoods today. This is probably going to be my last haunt hunting stop before I go on my vacation because my vacation is only 2 days away, which I'm very excited about. Like I have said in an earlier video, kind of like last year's vacation, on the way up, I am going to stop at a bunch of HomeGoods that we have not been to even once this year. I'm really excited about that. Also, any other place that I see on the way that I might want to, like standalone TJ's or Marshall's or something like that. So that will start in 2 days, which will be part of this video. So that's probably gonna be the clip after these ones. So get excited for that. I am very. But otherwise, I will show you if I see anything new in here. If there's not anything new, I'm obviously not really gonna show you guys much because I don't really like to just repeat stuff because why does that really matter? I just pulled in. Let's head in. I'm sure you guys have caught on at this point, but the HomeGoods that's Grand Central Station is also a TJ Maxx. So they do have some clothing, and they did have some Ray Dunn Halloween pajamas along with some Spooky Night Halloween pajamas. They had a few Disney pieces too. In the kids section, they had these Halloween Lego sets and a Jack Skellington speaker. In these ceramics, they had the plates that I had seen at one of the earlier HomeGoods, and they even had some little canisters that matched. But no witch mugs. This set might have been new, even though I think they sell them all separately too. In the bakeware, they had a couple new pieces, some larger mixing bowls, quite a few kind of like wine charm and wine stopper sets, and some new bowls that we hadn't seen yet. They also had brought back the amazing Dutch ovens. This was a new picture frame. It was really nice. They actually had moved every single Halloween section basically up to the front. So that was the drinkware, the decor, the candles. They even had Marvin Mummy with a bat on top, though the bat was broken, and I think I like my Marvin more. They had these glasses with some skull decals on the outside and matching shot glasses. This ceramic set seemed new to me, and it reminded me a lot of the stuff we just saw at Home. They still had one cream and sugar witch set, and they had 2 of the teacups. They had a couple of charcuterie boards, some new wine glasses I don't know if we've seen, and a few more stir sticks that were not the same as the ones we saw last time. Otherwise, a lot of repeats. And in the dog toys, they had added some licensed horror movie ones. Good morning, ghouls and ghosties. It is the morning of, I think, the 12th, if I have my dates right. And this is the day that I am going up on vacation for the week. So kind of like last year, if you were around last year, I am going up north to a cabin that is a good like 3 hours away. So I actually will be going by a bunch of HomeGoods and Marshalls and TJ Maxx that I do not normally get to go to, and this is like my one chance all year because I'm not just gonna drive 2 hours to go to HomeGoods. But there are literally like I think 4 HomeGoods, a Marshalls, and a TJ's like standalone on the way up. So I'm super freaking excited to take you guys along. Ryan is obviously going on this. Okay, if this U-Haul truck won't just plow into me. Ryan is also obviously going on this vacation with me, so he will be along. And added bonus, the puppy dogs are of course also going on vacation, so they will be with us all day driving up there. And actually, if you didn't know, HomeGoods, Marshalls, and TJ's do allow dogs, even if they're not like helper dogs, to go into their stores. Kind of like I think Home Depot does that too. So that's exciting. So they will go haunt hunting with us. This will be my little Frenchie, Will's first haunt hunt ever. I'm very excited. I am gonna finish packing the car, and then I need to get a freaking coffee. I feel like you can hear the tiredness in my voice, which is just great. But gonna finish packing and gonna get ready to go, and then we are gonna hit the road and we are going to freaking haunt hunt together. Dun 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 dun. All right, ghouls and ghosties, we are on our way.
Yes, we are.
The puppies are in and we're ready to move.
Everybody's buckled in and getting settled.
So our first stop is going to be a Marshalls, and then there's going to be a TJ Maxx, and then we're gonna get some hot dogs at Portillo's, and then we're going to a HomeGoods. So we got all
get a chocolate cake shake.
a chocolate cake shake. So we got all kinds of stops ahead of us, so we will check in when we get there. Our first stop is this Marshalls, and I'm actually just gonna go in alone here. I think we're gonna bring the dogs into HomeGoods, but not TJ's or Marshalls, even though you can. It's just easier if we don't do that everywhere. I've never been to this one ever, actually. It looks really like bougie, so I'm kind of excited. Upon entering the store right away, you can see the Halloween section straight through the middle of the store, which got me super excited, so I kind of started to move faster. I could see some Joanna Parker, which got me really excited. They also had the rug that has been so hard to find for the past 2 years. I think 2 years ago, it was like the hardest, most sought after Halloween decor piece. This was the Joanna Parker Witch kitchen towel. I couldn't find any other ones behind that one. There were some larger pieces that I felt like we hadn't seen yet. Otherwise, a lot of it was looking pretty familiar, a lot of cats, and a lot of dogs too. I don't think I had seen this ghosty before with his spooky little broom, and the return of the frogs. I don't think I'd seen those yet this year either. They had some puzzles. I know last year there were a few puzzles, but I don't think they had that one last year. Some Hello Kitty pieces, which I know on some of the Facebook groups I've seen a lot of people looking for. Actually, a couple more puzzles too. And this really cool orange bulb jack-o'-lantern tree. Another headless horseman added to the headless horseman count. They had a row of these pumpkin head skeletons that we had seen a sideways row of before. And then they also had the pumpkin bat that I think a lot of people do look for. This rug was quite cool. It was a spiderweb rug, but one side was flat so you could put it up against a wall or a door. This giant ghost rug that I know I've seen in past years. There was also this Ouija-looking rug that had a skull on it. These were pretty soft. And then some Peanuts rugs too. This was probably my favorite one. The blankets at Marshall's seemed to be more license-based versus just traditional Halloween. There were some Hocus Pocus, some Wednesday Addams ones as well. I don't believe I had seen this large skeleton with a tomb before, and behind him they had some really adorable kids trick-or-treat bags, including a Frenchie one, which of course is my favorite. This was a really cool kitchen towel with the tie-dye effect too. And besides the Hello Kitty plate, they also had some Hello Kitty spooky mugs. Now we've got a HomeGoods and actually a TJ Maxx that is standalone over there, so I'm gonna go to both, but the puppies are coming in to HomeGoods. I think this is the location that Mike did his first haunt hunt last year. So this is where Will also do his first haunt hunt. Puppy dog, puppy dog. Other puppy dog. Okay, this is the location that I think Mike did his first haunt hunt last year.
Yes, it is. I think so.
All right, the whole gang is in.
Safety first. Okay, off we go.
Mike is very excited. He's like smiling. Ready, Mikey?
Oh, see?
Will.
That's why we buckle him in. Please go.
It's like a boat ride. We're not even at the lake yet. Do 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 do.
Yeah.
Do 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 do. Ready to haunt hunt, Will? Will goes da 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 da. He like grabs the promised land. Look, Mike is like the head of the ship.
That kind of is like, what's that decorative thing called in the time? The like woman who's like.
Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. The first section I spotted was my favorite section, which is the cocktail bar section and kitchen pieces. I love these napkin holders that are bat-shaped. They're really cool. Of course, they had the wine and champagne glasses as well, and this row of ghost garland was quite cool. I like the classic kind of cheesecloth look to them. This store also had some shot glasses, which I don't think I'd seen at any of my local stores before. They had this giant chalkboard tombstone as well that I thought was really cool. This store was quite packed full, as you can see. The whole aisle right next to this section I was just looking at was just filled with Halloween stuff. Honestly, more than I think my local stores have had. They had the Headless Horseman that's holding his head standing. They had my amazing crow wire cake stand. Lots of Frankenstein pieces, some wall art with some really cool skulls. They had a whole section of pink pieces, of course, as well, like the gingerbread houses. And then they had these mummies that I think lit up that I don't think I've seen before. Behind me, they had some larger pieces that I definitely hadn't seen before, including this very sturdy metallic witch. They had more Catherine's collection pieces. They actually had a number of them that I'll show you in a second, but this was the Dracula that she's made. The whole back of this area also had a bunch of Halloween pieces. They had skulls, jack-o'-lanterns, ghosts, everything. This was another funky Catherine's collection piece. I am not the biggest fan of her style, but I think some people are. Oh my gosh, I found the freaking ghost candelabra. I've regretted it since I skipped it last year. I'm so happy. So here's a closer look at the Iron Witch. Her hand is kind of wonky, but she's really sturdy and really heavy. I don't know about that hand. Mike and Will are having a blast cruising through the store, and we just hit the other kind of kitchen section. This ghost picture was really simple but really cute. This glass bowl was being held up by a kind of skeleton hands, though they almost look like chicken feet, honestly, with that ribbing. They had a new print to the Tupperware that was these skulls. I know I had never seen this skull, mortar, and pestle set. Perfect for a bar, in my opinion. They had a number of other kitchen towels that we hadn't seen before, and drying mats. There was Mike, right there. They had some new soap containers that were honestly really cool. There was this kind of fortune teller skeleton looking one, and they had the crystal ball witch hand one. They had some more bath towels that we hadn't seen before either. There were a couple rugs I had never seen. I love the saying on this, "'Tis the season to be spooky," really awesome. And then I really liked this ghost one. They look so well shaped and well stitched. They also had this Happy Halloween circular spiderweb one. These are some of my favorite rugs I think I've ever seen at a HomeGoods. This was a cute little metal skeleton head. This looks like something that a kind of higher end store would sell, I feel like. They also had some small terracotta jack-o'-lanterns. These ones looked a little more handcrafted compared to the larger ones that they sell at HomeGoods. I don't know if this is their take on the Pottery Barn ones, possibly. This is actually a skull that flickers in the eyes, and I've seen that a more expensive store online sells those. There were also these candles in the shape of skulls. Those are really cool. Next stop, TJ Maxx, right down the strip mall. Ryan is already heading there with the puppies because we thought we might as well just use a HomeGoods cart at TJ's so we don't have to like rebuckle them in. Well, we rounded up the pups and we headed inside. Walking into the Halloween section, I could tell that there was a lot of stuff already that I had seen before many times. The only thing really that stood out as something I hadn't seen yet was this small little crow figure that was kind of tucked in the back. Honestly, the TJ Maxx's haven't been nearly as impressive as the HomeGoods, even though we're later in the season. There were all sorts of figures and like standalone decor pieces. I don't think I'd seen that Hocus Pocus broom before, or the skeleton frog. They had more of the 8-foot skeletons. I'm still convinced that these are overstock from Joann's last year. A lot of like dancing plushie type pieces here, including this skeleton dinosaur that sings and dances. They had some more puzzles that the other HomeGoods had not had. There was another table of Halloween pieces. There was a unfortunately broken mummy here. On this road trip, I've noticed quite a few broken pieces, which makes me pretty sad. Okay, underestimated this TJ Maxx. I just found a freaking Joanna Parker piece. I'm so excited. I was even nervous to film down here without grabbing this right away. I was like, someone's gonna run up and grab it. So I'm getting this. Didn't even look at the price tag until I was in line to check out. I was like, nope, that's mine. There was this really cool set of tea light holders. Well, actually, they might have been glasses, but I think they'd be cool as tea light holders, to be honest, with jack-o'-lanterns all over them. It seems like a weird thing to drink out of something that is orange metallic inside and black matte on the outside. I don't know why. But this store also had some wish list pieces of mine. I have wanted these mugs for 2 years, and I found them, and actually there was like 4 of them, so I ended up getting 2. So pumped. I totally underestimated this location. This was definitely something new. It'd be kind of cool for like a bar or a brewery. I just like that wood and metal combination. They had this really cute mummy holding a jack-o'-lantern. We love mummy representation. There's not enough. We've got a Marshall's HomeGoods combo, I would assume. This is actually another one that I have never been to in my life, and this is in a really ritzy, fancy area. We shall see. I see they have some Halloween signage on the outside of the building, which is kind of cool. I don't think I've noticed that on any other ones. It's like right there. When I entered, right away on the table, I don't know if someone said it here or something, but there was this really cool clock tower. It kind of just looked like some old antique clock. I thought it was quite cool, so I put it in the cart. I did actually end up skipping it in the end, but it was really cool. Once again, the store had a huge Halloween section, no surprise, and where do you know, there's more Catherine's collection. So of course I diverted right to the kitchen-y and drinkware type stuff, my favorite section for sure. Most of the stuff was stuff we'd seen before, so I kind of just quickly glanced at it. I don't think I had seen this very elegant looking skull before. Or this skeleton lady with a really cool skull dress. This giant resin witch hat was really cool, and then actually on the top shelf they had a wicker kind of caged witch hat, which I also thought was really cool. There was a large ghost section that included a few ghosts that I think a lot of people are looking for online, and also had a ghost little puppy that I thought was so cute. This guy who waves, I think a lot of people have been looking for. They had this really big cauldron that was sitting on top of some skulls. I thought that that was really cool. I'm not sure if these plates were meant to be Halloween, but they seem like they would fit a very gothy aesthetic, very Jonathan Adler to me. In the more kitchen and drinkware and bakeware section, they had a lot of stuff, of course. New to me was this really cool jack-o'-lantern bowl. They also had some new wooden signs I hadn't seen yet. One said creepy and one said trick or treat. I was mistaken, Marshall's is actually disconnected, so now I'm headed over there. Like the other locations, this Marshall's had an entire back wall of only Halloween decorations. The only piece that I think I hadn't seen before was these lanterns. And tack another Headless Horseman onto our Headless Horseman count. Plus 2 more Ray Dunn sightings, like this candy container that I actually thought was kind of cool, and this pitcher that said deadly poison and had a really cool recipe on the back. Apparently, there's a second Marvin the Mummy who is $50 and has a bat on his head. I actually think I like the original better though. This Marshall's had a ton of blankets and a few pillows, one even had Mike on it. We've got another HomeGoods where I'm actually just gonna run in alone. The puppies are sleeping, finally, so we are going to let them sleep. And of course, Ryan's gonna watch them and keep the car air conditioned. I do remember going to this one last year on my trip. I don't remember if I got anything here, so we will see. They had this parade of creepy characters, plus a metal cobra. Lots of larger pieces that were skulls, skeletons. They had this large haunted house and a bunch of pumpkin head pieces. Another wood cutout piece that has a devil, Frankenstein, mummy, and Dracula on it. HomeGoods had a non-green, brown-haired bride of Frankenstein. They actually had 2 of them. This store had some Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown containers. plus these really cool jack-o'-lantern candle holders. Up in the back of one of the sections, I spotted this really cool coffin shelf display. Another sighting of my crow cake stand, and I actually have this crow spoon rest from last year, so it was cool to see it come back. Around the corner, there was this little wooden bowl with jack-o'-lantern spoon, and they also had this new pie pan that I had not seen before. It was really, really cool. The bakeware aisle had some Nordic Ware skeleton-shaped baking sheets. And I feel like I haven't seen this coffin-shaped bone handle charcuterie board before. And in the checkout aisle, there were many standing headless horsemen. We actually are almost to our destination, but before that, I see a TJ Maxx, and we stopped at the final HomeGoods. I am excited not only to finally be getting to our destination, but also, of course, to check out HomeGoods and TJ's. Well, the uncomfortable cigar skeleton was back at this location. They had this really cool jack-o'-lantern sign. They had some greenery skulls. This really cute puppy and a jack-o'-lantern. This bowl was pretty cool with some dancing skeletons on the outside, and it said "Stay Spooky" on the inside. There was my pie pan that I had just picked up. This store had a ton of bakeware. I don't think I'd seen that cat pie pan before, some of these baking trays I hadn't seen. The bathroom section also had a lot of stuff I don't think I'd seen before, like this Snoopy Dracula shaped soap pump, a lot of Hocus Pocus pieces, and honestly a lot of licensed pieces overall. I also had never seen this skeleton hand container. And finally, for this HomeGoods, there were some pillows and some blankets that I don't think I had seen before, like this Moon Phases beaded pillow, and then this blanket that's kind of more childish looking, but really cute. I like the colorway. Final stop. This TJ's location had quite a lot of pieces, and they even had one of the candy holding canisters that had a ghost on top. Actually, they had two of them. They even had a lavender one that had a skull on top. Boo please? I don't really know what that means. In the main Halloween aisle, it was really just a lot of repeats, but at this point, I'm not surprised. We've been to a trillion HomeGoods and TJ's at this point. I was really surprised, though, to see that they still had 2 of the haunted house pillows. I know these are kind of popular, and I'm just surprised they'd have any left. This was, I think, a new mug. I did like the style of it. There was another Ray Dunn piece back here that said boo and had some ghosts all over it. There was a Hocus Pocus one, too, that had bats. Well, it looks like I kind of did get the chance to go haunt hunting while I was out on vacation, because I stopped by a little shop in a small town near the place where we are vacationing, and they had all these really adorable vintage looking Halloween decoration pieces. A lot of it was very folk looking and, like I said, very vintage, so I actually was really into this store. It was so cool, and I was not expecting it when we went in. They had quilts, they had some handmade coasters, they had a bunch of just really cute handmade pieces. Of course, I did leave with a few pieces. If you saw my post a couple days ago, I left with that witch jack-o'-lantern doll that was in the beginning of this clip. I just thought I would show you guys what I saw in this store. It was really cute. Ghouls and Ghosties, it's actually now the 19th of August, and this is a bonus for you guys. Since you waited an extra 2 days to get your haunt hunt for the week, we are actually stopping at the HomeGoods closest to the Halloween capital of the world, which is Anoka, if you didn't know. It is one city over, it's about 2 minutes from here, and this is the closest one, so I am pumped. There were these really cute jack-o'-lantern lawn stakes. They had so many large decorations at this store. There was a big section of white skulls that included not 2 Marvin the Mummies, not 3 Marvin the Mummies, 4 Marvins. And remember these wooden cutouts? There was a new one here that was a skeleton laying on the word Halloween. There was a lot of Anna Lee pieces, so if that is your taste, there were tons of them. This seemed messed up. Something is not right. I don't know what is going on with the skeleton. There was this really cool haunted house and a snow globe. There was this wicker cauldron, which I had been hunting for last year, but I'm actually going to skip because I found a different one this year that I wanted. They had this wicker jack-o'-lantern bucket as well, and this really cool witch dessert stand. This I have been hunting for over 2 years, or at least 2 years. This utensil holding wicker jack-o'-lantern. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy I found it. They actually had a bunch of them, and they even had this other wicker piece. Usually my area doesn't get these, so I was pumped. There were some new pieces in the kitchen section, like these plates and these small little boo bowls that I hadn't seen before. There were some new skull bowls and this metal witch hat container. Some new mugs. This new cake stand that I hadn't seen before. These were some really cool placemats. As you can tell, once again, I'm getting into the haunted houses this year a lot. A new Disney mug of Maleficent and this pink metal cauldron. There was this Dr. Teaspoon rest. I love that. There were some Ray Dunn pieces I've seen in past years, and this platter I think I've seen at Kirklands before. There were some reusable paper towels, which was really cool. I'd been looking for these online earlier. And this really cool tin printed John Darien looking platter. This was kind of a lot for a bottle opener. Like, it seems a little bulky. I hadn't seen any of these this year, the melamine Tupperwares, but they had 2 different patterns of them. They also had some new plastic Tupperware, the ghost ones. Some Joanna Parker drying mats. There were a lot of new ceramic kitchen pieces, like some salt and pepper shakers, some canisters, and some spoon rests. My favorite was this haunted house butter container. They had some Joanna Parker doormats. Oh my gosh, it took everything in me to not just buy everything I saw. I was so excited. They had some different anti-fatigue mats too, including the candy corn Joanna Parker one. And this candy corn ombre jack-o'-lantern. Okay, ghouls and ghosties, so the spooky bonus footage is continuing. I actually found out that there's a Big Lots on the way home. I honestly didn't even know that our state had any Big Lots, but looking it up, this might be the only one. And when we were pulling in, the store next door that looks like a massive other store is totally like foreclosed and gone. And I was like, if I came to this freaking Big Lots and it's closed, I'm gonna be pissed. But it's open, so we're gonna be going to Big Lots. Ryan is just quick running a bathroom break, but he's gonna be back in like 2 seconds to watch the puppies, and I'm gonna go into a Big Lots and do some haunt hunting. Then we're also gonna go to one more HomeGoods that is literally, this might be one of the last ones in the Twin Cities we haven't hit in this. I think a bug just ran in the window. This might be one of the last HomeGoods in the entire Twin Cities that I have not hit up on this trip. I'm thinking this video is gonna be called like going to every Twin Cities HomeGoods to haunt hunt or something, because we have went to so many and it has been like a freaking dream come true. If I had all the money in the world and I had a car the size of a freaking like Hummer, this thing would be full. But we also have stuff that we were bringing on vacation, so I've had to try to be a bit picky. But I'm already thinking I kind of want to come back up to the area of the Halloween capital of the world to go to that HomeGoods again, because that place was so overwhelming with Halloween. In the best way, but it was extremely overwhelming. Every corner you turned, every end stand, every aisle, everything was just full of Halloween. A ton of stuff I hadn't seen yet. A ton of stuff that I thought was rare, like the Marvin the Mummies. So much stuff. So freaking much stuff. So that was not disappointing at all. I might be coming back up here before the season is over. We will see. It's not too far. It's just pretty far. And I wouldn't normally want to drive here when it's not a road trip, but we will see. I hope I got enough footage of this stuff. That's also kind of why I want to come back, because it was also very difficult to get footage of like everything. There was so much, but I tried. Yeah, I hope you guys are okay with this video going up like 2 days late. And my offer to you for an apology is this extra footage that I think already has been worth it. So, okay, I'm gonna stop babbling. Ryan's probably gonna be coming out here any second, and I'm gonna go into Big Lots. I have no idea what to expect, and then I'm going to go to another HomeGoods, and then I'm finally going home. Big Lots. No idea what to expect. Ryan said he did see a giant Halloween section, so that's what I expect so far. Right when I entered, there were larger outdoor display pieces like this giant werewolf animatronic and this creepy doll riding a rocking horse. There were some wolf outdoor decor pieces and some stacked pumpkins with some tombstones. They had some more classic jack-o'-lantern and skeleton pieces and some front door signs as well. They also had some inflatables and of course some lights. Can't have a spooky section without a skeleton on a toilet, I guess, and this haunted house seemed quite familiar. Cracker Barrel, though it didn't have the bat effect that went over the house. They had a pillow that was some kind of dog, I think. And then they had some kitchen towels that I actually did really like. This crow one in front of a moon was definitely my favorite. I thought this haunted house shaped candle was pretty cool too. Also for $7.99, I feel like that's a pretty good price on that. It's kind of like at home. This was another thing that looked quite familiar. Cough cough, Michaels. This is the exact same thing that Michaels has, but I think Michaels might be gold. And here is a quick rundown of the entire Halloween section that they had at Big Lots. Honestly, there wasn't really anything here that super jumped out to me, so I kind of moved quickly, especially because I wanted to make my way to the last HomeGoods so we could start our way home. I could just tell that this was more decor style, kind of like maybe Walmart, where there isn't very much that I'm into. In the checkout, they had some very cute Halloween earrings. Our actual final stop for this haunt hunt is this HomeGoods, and I was like, what is a Harmar HomeGoods? But apparently that's just the shopping center, so don't worry, it's just a normal HomeGoods. Wait a second. Oh my gosh, wait a second. Okay, so I guess this is a mall, and I might still be able to get to the HomeGoods somehow, but there is a Marshalls. I'm definitely going to the Marshalls, and maybe I can get to the HomeGoods over here. I am so confused. So there's HomeGoods, and people are inside, but there's no door. What's going on? You guys are on this adventure with me. I have no idea what's going on here. This was a cool bat mug. I really like that one. There was a snake mug that looked a lot like it as well. They had some more of these sort of folk art style mugs. In the back, they had their classic Halloween section, including the giant Marvin the Mummy and this ghost holding a jack-o'-lantern that once again I think is a fan favorite. They had these little spooky people riding in a pumpkin cart. The jack-o'-lantern head guy was definitely my favorite. This Marshalls had a ghost face mug, which I definitely hadn't seen at any other locations I'd been to. And in the other Halloween aisle, they had, of course, another Headless Horseman. Alright, I figured it out. It's on the other side of the mall. I don't know why it's closed on one side and open on the other, but let's go in. The first new item I saw was these ghosts hanging around a jack-o'-lantern bowl. They also had some of the skull stack candle stands that were, I think, a lot taller than the other ones I'd seen. This looked like that pumpkin body skeleton man, but it was just his head. They had these ghost bowls that I definitely hadn't seen before, plus a mug to go with the plates we saw at the last location. They had this tall ghost guy holding some jack-o'-lanterns, some napkins that match one of my favorite blanket prints. They also had some new tablecloths that I don't believe I'd seen before as tablecloths, maybe as other things. They had the container that matches the pie pan that I saw earlier, and these kind of milk jug looking things were new to me as well. Some really cool art in these photo frames, though the frames weren't spooky. This was a really funny bathroom towel that looked like the witch running into the tree. And oh my gosh, the Moon Joanna Parker kitchen towels. Need. It pains me to not go in, but this is a teaser for the next haunt hunt. Good evening, ghouls and ghosties. So this is Jack here, and I am just finishing up editing this video. It's actually Sunday night right now, so I am last minute getting this done. We've been so busy. After getting back from our trip, we had a number of issues once we got home from our trip, including our refrigerator not working. And it's still not working. But anyways, that doesn't matter right now. But that's why I am just last minute getting this up. But luckily, I am just finishing up, so this is going to get up the day that I said it would. I hope you guys enjoyed this haunt hunt. Next week will not be a haunt hunt. We're going to take a week off from haunt hunts. At least 1 week. It could be 2, but we're definitely taking 1 week off because I'm going to do Halloween 2, which is going to be the second Halloween haul for the year. I've already done one. If you missed that, it went up maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. I showed everything I bought in June and I think in July too in that, but I have a ton more to show you guys, so I need to do a haul and show you guys, and it's some good stuff, so you're not going to want to miss it. So that will be next Friday, and that one will be on time because I'm not going on another vacation. And then I am actually going to start decorating a little early. I'm not waiting till September 1st. I'm going to start decorating a few of my rooms early, so that's what I'm thinking of possibly doing 2 weeks from now. Or I could do another haunt hunt. So you guys maybe let me know what you want to see me do. I'm going to pick a couple rooms and start decorating, and I'll film it either way, but let me know if you want to see that already in 2 weeks. Maybe we could kick off September with that. If that interests you guys, let me know. I will see you guys next week for Halloween 2. Goodbye.